Hey, whether you want to thrift for style, to save money, or to resell, or maybe you're just curious, then I want to talk to you about what I've learned over the years. Because when I first started, it was crazy. I've spoken about this before. I bought many things that I shouldn't have, so I want to share this with you. So when I first started thrifting, that was a long, long time ago. So I wasn't doing it for profit. So it was just fun, right? And it was fun. It was always fun since I was little for me. So here are some questions I would ask myself. I wrote them down. Where do I start? What am I even looking for? Am I doing this right? And here's the truth. There's no right or wrong way to thrift. It just depends on what you're thrifting for. So if you're thrifting for yourself, it's going to be different. You're going to be looking for things for your own style, and maybe you won't mind paying up a little bit. But when you're doing it for your reselling business, there's a different way to do it. But there's no right or wrong way to thrift, that's for sure. But there are ways to prepare for when you're going thrifting. Whether you're a reseller or not, it's always great to prepare for things. So when you prepare, you help yourself feel steady, not feel overwhelmed or anything like that. So my first thought for you would be, don't walk into the store depleted. And when I say that, I mean, make sure you go to the bathroom first if you know they don't have a bathroom, because this is very important. I know which places have bathrooms and which don't. Make sure you're hydrated. Bring water with you, because sometimes you're on this freaking marathon. But make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're not hungry, or bring a snack. But if you bring a snack, bring sanitizer, because you don't want to touch things while you're touching these other things. Always bring sanitizer anyway, okay? I think that's really smart. So you eat first, you drink water, you give yourself time, and you go to the bathroom. Confidence doesn't start at the rack. It starts before you even get into the store. It really does. So when you get in the store, though, pick a couple of sections. Know ahead of time which sections you're going to go into. Go piece by piece. For instance, when Goodwill had their, I think it was Tuesdays, that everything was 50% off. Oh, no. Everything was 99 cents. I would go straight to that shoe rack, and then I would go to either Home Goods or Activewear. It depends on what's really selling at the time. Then it was both. So I would usually go to Home Goods first, though, because everyone would be at the Activewear. So, but slowing down makes you feel more intentional. So here's what I'm going to suggest I would do if I just started over again, or even if you're a reseller and you don't pay attention to these kind of things. Just food for thought. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's what works for me. In the beginning, I thought I was thrifting just to get brand names, and I didn't even know which brand names were good. So I started thinking, look for quality first. Yeah, don't just look for brand names. Feel the quality. It's not look at, it's feel the fabric. It's look at the stitching. It's see the structure. You can tell when something's really made good and if it's going to make you money or not after you get used to it. And look at all the details. Pay attention to if something's linen or silk or 100% cotton. Pay attention to the solid construction of it all, because that's really going to make a difference. If it's trending or if it's a classic that'll live on forever, there are some things that will always live on forever. You know, certain plain white men's tops. women's black tops, all different types of things. There's that little black dress. There are things that just live on. So I think quality builds confidence because you know you're choosing things that will sell. If you're doing this as a reseller, if you're doing it for yourself, you still want quality, but you basically know what you like and what feels good. Make sure if you're looking for you check beyond your size section because things are all over the place. Resellers leave them here and there. People leave them here and there. But always check those front or side racks. In front of them, you know how they have the rack and then it kind of stops here. Sometimes people put the best things there and they just aren't sure or they look them up. It might be something that's really going to sell for you. So clothes get misplaced constantly. They get put places on purpose because people hide them. Yep, a couple of people have told me that they went in and they hid them until they either had the money or until they knew they went down in price, which is crazy. And vintage size definitely runs differently. I know that if you're a size 12 now, a size 12 years ago might have been a size 8. A size 8 might have been a size 12. You just don't know. So some of the best finds aren't where they should be. And always check for those sizes. And if you do buy vintage pieces, make sure you put the measurements in your listings. I know we're talking about thrifting, but yeah, make sure use the pause rule. This is a rule that I use all the time. Before I check out, I stop. I look at everything for stains, for rips, for tears, for anything. Once I bought, I was so mad about this, guys. I bought this beautiful blue flowing, you know how Chico's kind of things flow, not satiny, not silky, somewhere in between. This beautiful pantsuit. It was blue, beautiful electric blue. I got home with it. I noticed it was all sewed so that the arms would be shorter and the legs would be shorter, but it was a horrible job. And you couldn't even now take out the stitching because if you did, it was going to have holes in it. So be sure to check. And if it's for you, say, do I love this? Does it give me joy? I forget what that book is. And don't buy it unless you do, because what's the good? Unless it's $1 and you know you're only going to wear it once or twice, then that's fine. But think about, does it fit your life? Does it fit your closet if you're reselling? The little moment of clarity before you check out helps with so many things because you're catching things that you should have caught and you're looking at things better for more detail and everything else. So I would definitely take that pause. If there's somewhere to sit, I sit, and then I find what needs to go back and I put it back where it needs to go. So I guess what I'm saying is respect the space for the other shoppers, for the people who work there. Put things back where they go. It helps the workers. It helps keep the store flowing. It makes you part of the community, not just a shopper. And you won't get yelled at by other resellers, but you will if your cart's too full. I think confidence also comes from respect because you know you're doing the right thing. So here's what I've learned. Thrifting isn't about grabbing the most things that you can, the cheapest. It's just crazy if you do that. Take it from me. You're not going to sell 3/4 of what you get. It's about learning how to see, how to feel. The more you practice noticing quality, the more you will know what it feels like, what it looks like, how the stitching is. And you'll be now thrifting more with intention, which you know I love thrifting with intention. And the more intention you have, the more confident you become. You don't have to know everything to start, believe me. You will never know everything. This is a constant business or hobby of growing and learning and growing and learning and adapting. You know, that's my favorite thing to do. You just have to be willing to do it. So if you're someone who's new to thrifting, try this next time. Maybe pick 2 sections that either sell for you the most, or that you hear certain things sell the most, whether that's jeans or activewear or jewelry. Confidence doesn't come from doing it perfectly. It comes from doing it consistently. And I truly believe that anything that you do in life that you do consistently, you're going to win at. For the most part, no guarantees, but I think you will. And every time you walk in those stores, you're going to feel a little steadier, a little bit more confident, a little bit more like you know what you're doing. This positions you as experienced, grounded, like you're a calm authority, not intimidating or anything like that. So if you have any questions or any other suggestions, put them in the comments below. Share with the community so that we can all learn. And I'll see you on the next video. If you want more content like this, I'd suggest you subscribe, maybe like this video, share it with a few, and I'll see you next time.